welcome back to Archives Uncovered. Today, my first guest I have is my daughter Rachel. I'm so excited about I don't know if everybody knows this, but I'm going to repeat it that Archives Uncovered has changed its format. I decided that I wanted to do something a little different and hopefully roll back the archives of not just my life, but other people's lives too. Um, so, what I'm asking is anybody that's interested in rolling back the archives and talking about their overcoming story, just contact me and let me know what your overcoming story is and how to reach out to you, what email to reach out to you, and I'll definitely get back to you and we can go over what might be a good time for you to tell what your overcoming story is, your perspective. Okay, so I have a couple of questions that I'd like to ask my daughter, and I'm excited to get the answers too because I don't even know. Okay, so first of all, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, it's always the easiest question, but the hardest to answer. I'm me.
That's her. That's her.
I'm me.
Don't forget to look for our original me T-shirts that we have available. I'll put that in the comments, the link below too. All right. So now I remember you always tell me, especially when you were a little kid, you said, "Mommy," you said, "I always knew you would be my mom because when I was in heaven, I looked down and I said to God that that was the mommy I wanted."
Yeah.
You remember that?
I remember that. That's exactly what happened.
So explain that story. Was that just a metaphor, or did did you feel like it really happened? Tell us about
It's kind of hard to explain to, but I guess it's easy for somebody to understand who may have had a similar experience. I've heard other people say that they've had similar experience, so I'm like, oh, like I'm not alone. But it's more like, I wouldn't say like a vision, or I wouldn't say like it was a dream, but I mean like a feeling, like a flash feeling,
it.
that I'm looking down and I'm like, you know what, that's gonna be my mom. I pick her.
Is there a time that you can think of in your past, in the archives of your life, that you were an overcomer, that you experienced something and you overcame it?
Something that I overcame. Oh, that's a big question.
See? We get the juicy questions here.
Oh, you're too cute. I mean, you know, being my age,
You're young.
you go through things in life, and it's not always gonna be peachy keen, but you take those experiences, and that's what helps you to become who you are eventually in life.
Yeah.
you know and you see like those little inspirational quotes that say, I'm kind of drifting off a little bit, but you see those inspirational quotes that say it's 10% of what happens to you, but 90% of how you react to it is what your life will be. And I agree so much to that, because it's just like, yeah, bad things happen. You can't, life is just going to be tough in itself, but how you take that experience and either let it mature you, or you can take that experience and learn nothing, and go through it a lesson with for nothing.
I think if a person says to you they've never been through anything bad in their life, or they've never had a bad time in their life, then they're either not living, or they're deciding to overlook what happened. So they're not living in that reality. They decided to live in a different reality. I think As long, even with a child, they'll tell you somebody took my toy from me, and that was a bad thing for them.
Oh yeah.
So you can't. I can't imagine someone saying I've never ever had something that wasn't positive that happened in my life.
Yeah, I had a friend like that, but she was just a very positive person. Like
Mm-hmm.
everything was just like, okay, yeah, this person may have, stole all your money, but like she was just
She
like,
looked on the
she was
sunny
just like,
side of everything,
yeah,
and that's not bad. That's actually good to be a positive person. But if we look at the inner parts of us, the soul of us, we have to deal with we have to deal with something that, the things that come our way, we have to deal with them. We can't overgloss them in a
right,
way. I mean, maybe I should put it a different way. If you never deal with a situation that has come up in your life, then how can you grow from it? You
exactly,
can't grow from it.
exactly.
So that was okay. So you really didn't tell us.
I know.
Did she answer the question, you guys?
I was like, oh, my tangent kind of worked because that's such
Uh-huh.
that's a deep question, but.
But I'm gonna go to the next question. Okay. So
Baby.
tell us, Rachel,
Mhm.
what do you see for yourself in the future?
Ah, Mom, what do I see myself? What do I see for myself in the future?
Right, right.
Ooh, these juicy questions.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because we have all these type of conversations off the camera, but on the camera it's a little different. But whatever. I'll be transparent. I see a lot of things for my future. I see, um, family,
I'm
lots,
a family. I'm right here.
lots of family, lots of love.
Yeah.
Um,
You got that too already.
mhm.
Anything new? And I'm very proud of you.
Well,
Very.
it's your fault. You raised me that way,
Now,
so.
I think you had something to do with it too. Us parents, we like to take the credit, but they could have turned a different route if they wanted to. So we got to give them some credit for who they are and what they became. It's not all me. And
Just a little bit.
it's especially God, because we would play a board game or something, and she decided to pray and win. And I'm
I'll
like,
be the furthest behind. Like, didn't even move any of my men out of home.
so that's what a faith like a faith as a child will do.
Except for backgammon. God don't care for all them backgammon. Anything else is fine.
and it's a good thing that she knows that God is there for her. And I think that's what God was trying to tell her. I'm there for you. Just look at me. Just look for me. So you are blessed and highly favored, little
Ah, yeah.
girl. Okay. So the last question
Last
of
question.
the interview
Mhm.
is: are there any encouraging words that you have for the people out there in the world?
Oh yes. I believe that faith, hope, and love and determination are pretty much the main ingredients to have a great life. If you believe in something, you will have something to stand for. Because if you don't believe in anything, you're gonna fall for anything because
That's
you
what they
have
say.
no basis, no like this is okay, no, I'm not
Mm-hmm.
gonna do that because that's what I stand for, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I believe faith is super important. Whatever faith it is, as long as you're not harming anyone or you're not doing anything illegal, I think it's always good to believe.
Well, I am so happy that I raised you in the church. You got that. You got that spiritual need from birth on
Hmm.
up. And when I hear you say, "Mom, I'm gonna go to church, or Mom, I gotta watch my church, because now it's like I gotta watch my church on the computer.
Yeah, watch it because of COVID and all that stuff.
It gives my heart joy, because I'm like, she has the principles that she needs to live this life. While we're here, she has the principles, she has the foundation that she actually needs to not only have this life or live this life, but live it more abundantly. I'm very happy that both of my children, they know who God is, and they know where their help comes from.
Yeah, and that's always been a thing. No matter, I'm like, I really probably can't tell Mom this, or I don't want to talk to my friends about it. You can always just sit down and say, all right, God, I need to talk to you about it. And He's not going to turn away from you. You may not get your answer literally in that second, but you'll get it. And when you get it, you're like, all right, and you run with it.
Amen. Amen. Now, she's always talking about me preaching, but look.
I know, just a little bit. Mama brought me this way. I wasn't trying to preach.
But the good thing is in her. It's in her. So she knows who God is, and she knows that He's there for her, and it's just in her, and I love that. And I hope that every child gets that benefit, because life is not easy. Things seem to be getting leaner and leaner, but if they know that God is there for them, they have something to hope for, they have something to hold on to. So it's so important to get that foundation.
Yeah, learning that there's so many different religions when I went to college, that there was like a club for all different types of religions, and I went to a really, really small school, so it was kind of like baffling, how you to see a small community with that many diverse of religions. But it's just, you could tell the people who were really grounded in the religion and how they acted and how they carried themselves, whether it may have been Christianity or a different religion, how they carried themselves. I think that's how I looked at the person.
It's not about tradition, it's about God and having a personal relationship with Him.
Right.
So what was your encouraging words for the people out there?
Faith and love and determination.
Faith, love, and determination. I like that. I like that. Make sure you got your faith, you got love, and determination. Determination to keep on going. Okay. So I enjoyed this talk with my baby girl.
Yeah.
She's always my baby, you guys, no matter what. I am so proud
I
of
could
her.
be 50 and I was like, oh, my baby.
That's
still
right.
My baby.
And just wait till she turns 50. She'll still be my baby.
Pretty soon, y'all.
Oh, please.
I may look young, but
she's young, you guys. She's young. She's got a lot of more years to go. And I'm proud of her, very proud of her. And I want to encourage her to keep on keeping on. Keep staying with the Lord, keep on keeping on. Keep being that wonderful woman that you are.
Oh, I try.
All right, everybody. Thank you for watching Archives Uncovered. I hope that you were encouraged by this interview. And don't forget, if you're interested in telling a piece of your story, your history, opening up the archives of your life, whatever you feel comfortable with, give me a comment down below. Give me your email address. I'll be happy to contact you, and maybe we'll see you on this cover.
Yes.
All right. So see you then.
Bye.